Picture the scene. It's June 1972. The setting is New York City, the media capital of the world, a place known for eating artists alive. At that moment, Elvis Presley hadn't set foot on a New York stage in nearly 15 years. To the Big Apple's most cynical critics, Elvis was merely a dusty relic of the 50s, a movie star who had lost touch with reality. The question hanging in the air wasn't whether he would sing well, but whether he was still relevant. He was about to make history with 4 sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden, but before taking the stage, he had to face an even greater challenge, a room packed with the sharpest press corps in the world. But what makes today's content so special is the chaotic backstory that led to this moment. You see, Elvis rarely gave interviews. He was protected, or isolated, by an impenetrable wall. The truth is, this press conference only happened because of a failed gambit by his manager, Colonel Tom Parker. The Colonel tried to sell an exclusive interview with the King for $120,000, a fortune at the time. When no outlet would pay the price, the plan changed. They decided to open the doors of the Hilton Hotel to everyone, for free. It was a risky move, placing the most famous star on the planet, unscripted, face-to-face with reporters ready to pounce. Stop for a second here. I'm really curious about your take on this. Do you think Colonel Parker's move to open the doors for free was a desperate mistake that got lucky, or a stroke of accidental marketing genius? Pause the video and let me know in the comments, mistake or genius? And then, the doors opened. But the man who walked into the room wasn't tired or out of shape. Elvis appeared wearing a powder blue suit with a cape over his shoulders, thin, tanned, and incredibly charismatic. But the most touching detail? Sitting right beside him at the main table was his father, Vernon Presley. This was a human Elvis, unguarded and surprisingly witty. In the following material, you'll discover how he gracefully deflected questions about the Vietnam War, joked about using vitamin E to keep his energy up, and delivered one of the most profound lines of his career regarding the difference between the image of the idol and the human being living behind it. This interview was the warm-up for the absolute triumph that would follow in the concerts. It was the moment New York surrendered to the King before he had sung a single note. Forget the myth for a second. Pay attention to the words, the humility, and the quick wit of a man at the height of his confidence. Please note that, due to copyright reasons, we will not be using the original audio. What you will hear is a faithful narration based on the official transcript of the conversation. Turn up the volume and travel back in time. Starting now, follow the reading of the transcript of this historic Elvis Presley interview at Madison Square Garden, June 9, 1972.
Would you like me to sit down? First of all, I plead innocent of all charges. Okay.
I love you, Elvis.
Thank you, dear. I love you too. Thank you. Okay.
Elvis, what took you so long to play New York City?
I think it was a matter of not getting the building, the proper building. We had to wait our turn in order to get the building.
You couldn't get a building in all these years?
Couldn't get a good building in 15 years. No, all kidding aside, we had to wait our turn to get into the garden, you know?
What do you think of performing here live?
Oh, I like it. You know, I enjoy it. I just hope we put on a good show for everybody.
Mr. Presley, why do you think you've outlasted every other entertainer to still gain enormous popularity?
I take vitamin E. No, I was only kidding. I just embarrassed myself, man. I don't know, dear. I just enjoy the business. I like what I'm doing.
I hear from a lot of press reports that you really are a shy, humble, wonderful human being. Would you agree with that?
Oh, I don't know what makes them think that. I got, this gold belt and... What are you doing, woman?
I'm reminded of the Ed Sullivan Show today.
So am I. That's why I'm sitting down, man.
Elvis, you seem to have less grease in your hair these days.
No, I stopped using that greasy kid stuff just like everybody else did, man.
You used to be bitterly criticized so much for your long hair and gyrations, and you seem so modest now.
Man, I was tame compared to what they do now. Are you kidding? I didn't do anything but just jiggle, you know?
Give us a jiggle. No, how do you feel about entertainers today? How do you feel about the way they perform?
Oh, I don't know. I really can't criticize anybody in the entertainment field. I think there's room for everybody, and I hate to criticize another performer, you know?
Are you satisfied with the image you have?
Well, the image is one thing, and the human being is another, you know? So,
How close does it come? How close does the image come to the man?
it's very hard to live up to an image, I'll put it that way.
Do you think that your audience or fans vary to any great extent?
It's according to what you're talking about. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'd like to think so.
What I mean is, what kind of audiences do you attract now?
Well, I've found that in the audiences we have, it's mixed. It's older people, younger people, and the very young, and all types of people, you know, which is good.
Do you have any new projects? What are you up to now, Elvis?
I just had a movie of the last tour that I did. It's the first live concert that we ever filmed, so that's my next project that's coming out.
Elvis, what finally made you come out of seclusion and decide to make personal appearances again?
I just missed it. I missed the closeness of an audience, of a live audience. So just as soon as I got out of the movie contracts, I started to do live concerts again.
Will you be continuing to do more live work in the future?
I think so. There's so many places I haven't been yet. Like, I've never played New York. I've never been to Britain either.
Would you like to go there then?
I'd like to, yes sir. I'd like to very much. I'd like to go to Europe, I'd like to go to Japan and all those places. I've never been out of the country except in the service.
Mr. Presley, as you've mentioned your time in the service, what is your opinion of war protesters, and would you today refuse to be drafted?
Honey, I'd just sooner keep my own personal views about that to myself, 'cause I'm just an entertainer, and I'd rather not say.
Do you think other entertainers should refuse to be drafted?
No, I can't even say that.
Elvis, they filmed your Boston concert last year, so why aren't they allowed to film here?
Are you allowed to what, dear?
Why did they film your Boston concert, but they aren't allowed to film here?
I don't know. That's a good question. Why is that, Colonel? Colonel Parker, I didn't hear. What's the question? She said, why did they film the show in Boston, but they couldn't film it here? Colonel Parker, if they filmed it here, I don't want them spreading it around.
There you go. Elvis, do you think you'll ever totally change your style?
I just don't feel that it's time yet, you know? Maybe I will someday, but not right now.
Elvis, have you ever considered pursuing a political career?
No, sir. I don't have any other aspirations in politics or anything of that nature.
Would you ever consider doing a more demanding movie role then?
Yeah, I'd like to do something in the way of a movie script if I can find the right kind of property. In fact, we're looking for it now. You're talking about a non-singing type thing? Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Elvis, you seem to have shied away from rock and roll music in recent times. Do you have a reason for this?
It's very difficult to find that type of song. It's hard to find good material nowadays for anybody, for all of us, you know?
But you don't seem to record any rock and roll songs at all now.
It's very hard to find any good hard rock songs. If I could find them, I would do them.
Elvis, who do you find sexy in the world of show business?
I don't know. There's a lot of people that I like. I got out of that one, didn't I?
There are a lot of stars today joining politics. Are you campaigning or?
No, sir, I'm not. I'm not involved in that at all. I'm just an entertainer.
Elvis, what do you miss most about your past 15 years, making movies and so forth?
I don't really miss that much about it. I enjoy it just as much now, if not more than I did then. I would like to think that we've improved ourselves over the past 15 years.
How about musicals?
That's what I mean. I mean musically and vocally and everything. I'd like to think that I've improved over the past 15 years.
Elvis, you mentioned earlier that you'd like to go to Japan. Would you ever consider embarking on a concert tour over there?
Yeah, I'd love to go there.
Do you ever feel like taking time off to relax And probably try your luck at escaping the autograph hunters for a while?
No, I've got used to it. I would kind of miss it if it didn't happen. If nobody saw me or nobody recognized me or whatever and asked for an autograph, it's part of the business and I accept it. I think I would miss it.
Elvis, do you know if they'll be recording concerts here?
It's possible, it's possible. I don't know. They have RCA Victor officials here, so I don't know.
Elvis,
Yes, sir.
what is your favorite recording that you've ever done?
It's Now or Never. You know O Sole Mio?
Which one was the biggest selling?
That one, O Sole Mio, was the largest selling, and the next one to it was Don't Be Cruel, I think, then Hound Dog and Heartbreak Hotel or whatever.
Elvis, what time did you arrive in New York?
I came in last night very late and had to go to bed, 'cause we're having a rehearsal now and I have to go back to the rehearsal after this press conference, unless you've got something better in mind.
Is your wife with you?
No, she's not.
You mentioned earlier, Elvis, the shortage of recording material. There's just been a suit filed in Nashville, Tennessee, by Nashville songwriters for major recording companies, saying that they're not given a fair chance. In your estimation and in your knowledge, are the songwriters, the independent songwriters, given a fair chance with major recording companies?
I don't think so. I think there's so many companies that everybody becomes independent. Once they have one hit record and they form their own companies. And there's so many. And also the people who write them are starting to record their own songs. And that's why I said it's more difficult to get good material.
From independent songwriters?
Yes.
You don't have any publishing houses yourself, do you?
Yes, I own a publishing firm, but I'll take songs from anywhere or from any writer if they're good. It doesn't have to be in my company. It could be just completely an unknown person or anybody who writes a song. If they can get it to me and if it's good, I'll do it.
To your knowledge, though, have recording companies favored the songwriters that work for the subsidiary publishing houses they may own? Do they favor these songwriters?
Probably so. Probably so. And being honest, I would have to say yeah.
Mr. Presley, what is your opinion on the suit filed by the Nashville Songwriters Committee, and do you have any say on the matter?
Honey, I'm really not aware of this particular suit that you're talking about, so I can't answer you accurately, I don't even know the details about it. I went to Hawaii to get a tan for New York, so I'm not aware of it, really.
If a songwriter isn't in publishing, then, do you agree that their material should not be used by major record companies?
I don't think so. If they're not heard, and if they've got good material and they're good songwriters, I think they should be heard.
Elvis, can you give us a few lines of your latest record so that we know what to expect when your next single comes out?
I really can't sitting down. No, I can't do that. I'd just sooner save it for the show.
The photographers at the front had been taking pictures for around 15 minutes when the Colonel spotted that those at the back of the ballroom had been unable to get any good shots. Voice of Colonel Parker.
Would it be a nice suggestion if some of these people who have pictures would step aside and let some of these other people get their photos? Please step aside. Come on up with the cameras. Come over here with them.
Voice of Elvis.
As soon as the Colonel gets through talking, I'll talk to you.
Elvis, where did you get that gold belt from?
The belt is an award from the International for the attendance record. It's like a trophy, but I wear it just to show off.
Elvis, do you talk to your father?
Do I talk to my father? I have to. He handles all my personal affairs.
Can we ask your father a question or two then?
Sure.
The other Mr. Presley, at what point did you realize that your son was indeed becoming a very, very famous person?
Voice of Vernon Presley. Well, it's kind of hard to say. It all happened so fast it's hard to keep up with it, It just boomed overnight, and there it was. So I'd say maybe 1956, after the first television show.
Voice of Elvis.
I tried to tell him sooner, but he wouldn't listen.
Do you have any regrets?
Voice of Vernon Presley. No, I have no regrets of it. In fact, I have enjoyed it, really.
Voice of Elvis. All kidding aside, it happened very fast to all of us. My mother and my father and all of us. Everything happened overnight, and so we had to adjust to a lot of things really quickly. A lot of good things. Mr. Presley, do you think that in that time, Elvis has changed in any way at all?
Voice of Vernon Presley. No, not really. I can't tell any changes.
Voice of Elvis.
I sweat more.
Elvis, what kind of songs do you enjoy doing most? Would you prefer to do, say, rock or ballads? In other words, would you favor a contemporary ballad such as Bridge Over Troubled Water or an oldie such as Hound Dog?
It's a conscious thing, I like to mix them up. In other words, I like to do a song like Bridge Over Troubled Water or American Trilogy or something, then mix it up and do some rock and roll, do some of the hard rock stuff.
Are you tired of the old stuff?
No, I'm not in the least bit ashamed of Hound Dog or Heartbreak Hotel or whatever.
Elvis, do you see yourself retiring at all?
No, not really. I've got too much energy. I don't think so. Not as long as I can.
How about doing a world tour then?
I think they're planning one now. They're talking about this one now.
Elvis, are there any new groups that you like particularly?
There's a lot of them. I can't think of any offhand.
Voice of Colonel Parker.
I'd like to live up to my reputation of being a nice guy. This is it, folks.
I've got to go back to rehearsals, folks. Thank you very much.
Elvis left that press room and walked straight into history. He performed 4 historic, sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden. And here's a pro tip for those of you who want to hear the results of that marathon. 2 of these concerts have been officially released. The most famous one is the classic album Elvis as Recorded at Madison Square Garden, released back in 1972. However, years later, fans were treated to a special gift, the release of the CD Elvis: An Afternoon at the Garden. This disc captures the afternoon show, and for many critics and die-hard fans, it features a vocal performance even superior to the original album. It's definitely worth listening to both and comparing the energy. Now I want to hear from you. Did you know the story behind this interview? What did you think of Elvis's demeanor? Leave a comment down below. I read and reply to everyone. If you enjoyed this deep dive into music history, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video with other fans of the King. Let's keep this legacy alive. For more historical content and rarities like this, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and see you next time.